This is Miss Harris here to talk to you about multiplying whole numbers using place value. And this is the same as using the distributive property. This is helpful for both fourth grade and fifth grade. So first let's talk about our steps. So the first thing you want to do after you write your problem down that you're working is keep the first or the top factor the same. And you want to do this for the number that has the most digits in it. The second thing you're going to do is put the second or either the bottom factor in expanded form. Step 3, set your multiplication problems up using the first factor and each part from the expanded form. So remember, expanded form means that you're going to take your number, break it down by place value, which means if I have the number 23, expanded form would be 20 plus 3. However many parts are in the expanded form, that's how many problems you should have. So for example, if I was using 23 as a factor, I should have 2 multiplication problems on my paper, one for the number 20 and one for the number 3. Step 4, solve each problem using basic multiplication. And step 5, add all answers together to get the final product. So let's take a look. I have 37 times 4. So my first factor is going to be 37. It has the most digits. So I write down 37. Times, my second factor is 4. Well, as far as place value goes, 4 is in the ones place. So therefore, this is all I have. The reason why place value is such a good strategy for multiplication, because once you do place value, your main focus will be one digit to be multiplying by. So that's why this strategy is really helpful. So this first problem is kind of going to be a practice and reminder of basic multiplication. So I always want to take whatever's at the bottom and share with everything at the top. So 7 times 4 is 28. Remember, just like addition, I need to write down my 8, carry my 2 over to the next place value. Then I'm sharing my 4 with the 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Whatever you carry, you add to the answer that you get from multiplying. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 more is 14. And my final answer would be 148. Let's look at the next one. Again, feel free to pause this video and work as you would like as you get used to it, and then press play to check your answers. So my next problem, 34 times 85. I keep my first factor. These factors have the same amount of digits, so therefore it doesn't matter which one that you put in expanded form. My expanded form for 85 is 80, because 8 is in the tens place and it has a value of 80, plus 5 is in the ones, so I just need 5. And of course, if I add those back together, I will come back to get my factor 85. So the next step is I make a multiplication problem with each part of my expanded form. So I have 34 times 80, and I'll have 34 times 5. This is why it's considered the distributive property, because I am sharing the number 34 with each part of my expanded form. Okay, so the best part about place value strategy, we want to focus on whatever is not 0, because we know that through an identity property, I can just put the 0 that's in my problem, tag it on to my answer when I finish. So 8 times 4, 32. Remember to write that 2, carry the 3 to the next place. 8 times 3, 24, plus 3 more is 27. Now here's your identity property. I bring that 0 in. All right, so there's my first answer. Now 34 times 5. So don't think you're done. We are doing each part of that expanded form. So 34 times 5, sharing whatever's at the bottom with everything at the top. 5 times 4 is 20. My 0, carry my 2. 5 times 3, 15. Add 2 more, 17. Now I take this addition is here in the expanded form for a reason. I have an answer with 80 and an answer with 5. So now my last step is to add those pieces back together. Remember to line up your numbers from the ones place. And if you need to, you can fill in empty places with a 0 if you need everything stacked up correctly. But make sure that everything is lined up from the ones place. So 0 plus 0, 9, 8, and 2. And don't forget, a comma goes after every 3 digits. So my final product for this problem would be 2,890. Let's try another one. 184 times 27. So now you can see that I want to keep the number that has the most digits together. So I have 184. Take that second number and break it into expanded form. 2 is in the tens, so it has a value of 20. 7 is in the ones, so a value of just 7. Now I'm going to multiply with each part of my place value with my first factor. Again, this is the distributive property because I am sharing 184 with each part of the number 27. All right, so this first problem here, focus on what is not 0. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Put my 6, carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3. And then because of the identity property, I can place however many zeros are in my problem. That's how many zeros belong in my answer. Okay, 184 times 7, sharing whatever is at the bottom with everything at the top. 7 times 4 is 28. I put my 8, carry my 2. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 2 more, 58. And 7 times 1 is 7, plus 5 more is 12. And I put my comma. Now, again, place value strategy is so much easier than standard algorithm, which is the way your mom, your dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie all learned how to multiply in school. This is easier because the standard algorithm is like you're working these two problems. However, you're doing them on top of each other. And you have to remember, oh, I stopped here, I go there, drop down to here and write my next product down. Be sure to slide over a place and add your placeholder and all that good stuff. So with this strategy, I can work those two problems and get those same two answers. But I can work them one at a time without getting confused on the steps. Okay, so now my last step is to add these two answers together. Remember, you want to line them up from the ones place correctly. And I'm ready to add. So I always start in the ones place at the back. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 8, 16. Carry my 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. And 9. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. I forgot my comma there and my comma here. So my final product is 4,968. Try another one. All right, last one. So just because your numbers get bigger, don't panic, same steps. So I will keep, and again, since these have the same amount of digits, it's up to you which one you would keep in standard form and which one you will put in expanded form. However, I'm going to stick to the notes and do the second factor is the one that I will put in expanded form. So 395 in expanded form is 300 plus 90 plus 5. So So this time I have 3 parts in my expanded form. Therefore, I will have 3 multiplication problems that I will be working. So my first one is 300 times 450. The next one will be 450 times 90. And then I will have 450 times 5. Again, if we were doing standard algorithm, the way our parents, grandparents, aunties, and uncles learned how to multiply in school, you would be doing all 3 of these problems on top of each other. So this kind of helps you focus on what you're doing without making mistakes and trying to remember which way do I go next. All right, so really quickly, focus on what's not 0. 5 times 3, 5, carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. However many zeros are in my problem, that's how many go in my answer. Focus on what's not 0. Oh, sorry, that's 45. And carry my 4, 36, 39, 2 zeros, and 5, carry the 2, 22, and 1 0. And now I'm ready to add everything together, starting from the ones place. It's important that you line everything up correctly because you do not want to make a mistake when adding certain digits together. So starting at the back from the ones, I have 0, 5, 7, 16, carry the 1, 7, and 1. My final answer will be 176,750. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Feel free to make up your own problems and practice these steps over again. And if you need to start back over and try them yourself, do that. So have a great day, and I hope this was helpful. Goodbye for now.